Welcome back, everybody. This is my special Q&A, the holiday edition. I asked for your burning questions around the holidays, so let's get right to it. First up, Mark is Cool says it might be hard in a warm climate, but would love to see a review of rechargeable hand warmers. So Vegas does get down below freezing during the winter time here, and I have Raynaud's, which means my hands are always cold. So I'm the perfect person to test these out. Now I do use a hand warmer. This is one of the ones I have right here, and they're very effective, but I've never really compared them. Every year I say I'm gonna compare them, and I never do. Maybe this year I'll get around to it. We'll see. Question number 2, Grape Green 5886 asks, as you creep closer to 1 million subs, is there a point where you finally feel like you made it? Have you already felt like you have? Also, at what number of subs do you feel like you have to have before you can do YouTube as a career? Now, I was never really looking at vanity numbers because I don't think the subscribers is really a metric of success. But to me, I feel like I made it when I could support myself on YouTube, and that was around 20,000 subscribers. Ironically, I don't really get a lot more views now than I did back then, although my views are more consistent. And I'm not sure I'm actually gonna reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm not gonna assume anything. It'd be nice, but it may not happen. For my next question, I've got 3 people asked a very similar question. What's the perfect gift for someone who has everything? To me, the person who has everything is hard to buy for. My dad was that person. Apparently I am too. Of course, I've got 1,000 gadgets in my garage, so I can see why. What I tend to do is think of things that are consumable, like a bottle of wine, an expensive bottle of craft beer, tickets to a game or a concert. Now, as far as small things for someone who has everything, those are a little easier. You can focus on practical gifts or things that they lose a lot, like personal items like a manicure set or nice reading glasses. A phone charging bank is always good because people are always losing those. Now, if you're looking to spend some money, I do say the BetJet is a universal gift that everybody likes. They're not that cheap, but I've never met anybody who didn't like it. The best gifts are those that you make by hand, but those are time consuming and require some creativity. Question number 4 comes from Bradass TV. Do you have any goals or aspirations for your channel in 2024? I'll start by going back to a similar question I had at the beginning of 2023 when someone asked me my aspirations for this year. And my goal then was to create as close to 120 videos this year as I possibly could. Now, at last count, I've created 143 videos this year, although 33 of them were for members only, but that's still well over my 120 goal. But for 2024, I don't think my specific goal is going to be a number of videos. I want to try some different things and just see what happens. I know not all of them are going to go over, but some of them might. I'm going to do more of those shopping videos like I did with the Five Below or the TJ Maxx or Big Lots. I'll probably also do a few more food videos than I did in 2023. It looks like 2024 is going to be kind of a rough year for a lot of people, so hopefully I can provide some entertainment and a little bit of usefulness along the way. Question number 5, any tips on stocking stuffers for men? For men, stocking stuffers, I would say small, practical, and fun. Those are the 3 categories. Personal grooming items. Little multifunction tools are always kind of fun. A back scratcher, socks with different designs on them. Personalized items like a keychain or a monogram wallet. Mini bottles of their favorite alcoholic beverage, sporting knickknacks. When all else fails, I usually go to Spencer's and buy a gag gift. Question number 6, I think it would be cool to see a robot vacuum review from you. Kind of a funny story about that. I did start a robot vacuum review a couple years ago, and I was about halfway through my review and the vacuum started not working so well. So I actually contacted the company and they sent me another one. I started using that one again and that one started not doing so well. So they had an engineer in town for CES, I believe, and he came to my house and looked at the vacuum and said, wow, that's not working very well. He cracked open the entire machine in my house and realized it was full of dog hair. So he was kind of surprised that Bailey's hair was able to break the vacuum twice. So he actually asked if he could take a bag of Bailey's hair back to the factory so they could kind of remedy the situation. I'm not sure if that ever led to any improvements. Bailey's hair was taken back to a robot vac factory, and I should do another robot vacuum review, but I haven't yet. Question number 7, you think you and your son would do any food reviews comparing food from around the world compared to what you guys find in America? Now, I have a playlist, I think it's at 93 videos of all the food reviews I've done across any channel I've ever been on. My son and I think we did some maybe in Hawaii, definitely in Puerto Rico. JC Klein and I did one of Turkish snacks. I do hope to do more food reviews in 2024, so I will keep that suggestion in mind. Question number 8, what are some of your favorite products that weren't bought and reviewed for your channel? Wow, that's a really good and hard question to answer, because usually when I get something that's really useful, I review it or I mention it. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of products that I use a lot. The Dreo air purifier, that was not reviewed, although I've mentioned it a couple times in videos. That's a great product. Another one I like quite a bit is this Galileo thermometer. It's kind of like part thermometer, part science project. This is also a pretty good gift idea for someone who likes science or has everything. Because most people have never seen one of these before. It's a thermometer. The one kitchen product that I've used a lot, that I've been using for years, is the Mr. Coffee iced tea maker. I use it every single day. I'm on my 3rd one in about 20 years. It's a great product. Question number 9, James, where is your favorite place to spend the holidays? Now, I'm a homebody, so I usually like to hang out here all year long. It doesn't matter if the holidays or not. But 6 out of the last 8 holiday seasons I've actually spent in a tropical climate like Hawaii or Puerto Rico. So I guess the answer is somewhere tropical. Question number 10, how do you resolve YouTube and life burnouts? For YouTube, it's about mixing things up. Usually I kind of go back and forth between shorter and longer videos. That helps me kind of avoid burnout. Or what I do is buy myself a new piece of equipment that's kind of fun for me to learn how to use. And shooting video is part of the learning process, so it actually makes creating videos kind of fun as I learn something new. Now for real life, I kind of enjoy what I do, so I don't really get burnt out that much. But I am definitely a homebody, and I know I should probably get out more. And there's a quote from the Grinch that I actually repeat all year long. I don't know why I ever leave this place. I've got everything I need right here. Question number 11, do you think the term content creator is used loosely on YouTube when comparing someone who makes something such as reaction videos to someone like yourself, who puts a lot of time and effort into making informative, well-made videos? Now I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of most reaction videos, although some are better than others. And some people like them, so who am I to judge, right? Everybody has their own taste. I guess I like that term better than influencer. I'm not a big fan of that word. If you're creating content and posting online, I guess you are a content creator. But some people put a lot more effort in their content than others. Question number 12, what gifts do you recommend for a coffee lover under 20 bucks? I'll assume that person already has coffee mugs. If they like to try new things, you can get them some gourmet coffee or some coffee cubes like the one I reviewed, or even some various instant coffees. Some of those are pretty good these days too. You could get them something like coffee themed items, coffee themed socks. There's also travel mugs people drink coffee out of. There's even coffee flavored candy. I know it's difficult, but there's options out there. Question number 13, what are some artists, bands you like to jam out to? Now I consider myself a rocker, so you'll see me listen to bands like Seven Dust, Queensryche, Tesseract, the grunge bands. That's kind of my bread and butter. But my most played artist in 2023, according to Spotify, was the Malaysian pop singer Yuna. So you never really know, I guess. Last year I went through a huge phase listening to a South African R&B singer named Sjava. When I was in grad school, all I listened to was jazz and classical music back then. At least once a year I go through a 70s soft rock or a 70s disco phase. I guess it really depends on what phase I'm going through and how long it lasts. Question number 14. Why did you stop making longer content, or am I just imagining things? You are not imagining things. I did try creating a bunch of smaller, shorter content for a few months, but I'm kind of going back to the longer stuff, although I'll kind of sprinkle some shorter ones in the mix as well. As stated earlier, I do like to do that just to kind of avoid burnout for myself, and also to test out the YouTube algorithm to see what's going on with that as well, because they're always changing things and sometimes they favor short or longer content. But in 2024, I'm going back to not only longer content, but I'm going to try a few much longer videos and see how those do. Another one from Brad Ass TV. Do you think 2024 will bring even more egg gadgets? I have to figure at some point there's only so many ways to crack or cook an egg. You're right about that. But to answer your question, absolutely I'm doing more egg gadgets in 2024. I think I'm gonna do a collection of egg gadgets once a year, every year until I'm done on YouTube. They're always coming out with new things and new gadgets that are just as pointless as the previous ones, but it seems like egg gadgets are always popular and they're gonna keep putting them out and I'll keep testing them. And finally, this person wants to know, why are you so afraid of Christmas? I know you caught me with the Christmas tree, the Christmas gifts, the Yuletide spirit, the red shirt, and the constant references to the Grinch. I'm afraid of Christmas. So to you, I'll say, cheer up, dude, it's Christmas. And to the rest of you, I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a happy 2024. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.